Hey fellow fans, I'm Brian from BMA Comics Con, and I wanted to apologize for my brief absence from making videos, and I'll be back to making them regularly. But what I want to do to make up for it is give a recap as to what's been going on. And today's video will be what's been going on with Batman since Rebirth started. So first thing we learn is that Batman has a new sidekick. His name is Duke Thomas. Yet he doesn't use him much, or at least we won't be seeing it much yet. Anyway, he's unnamed, but he has a bright suit just like a Robin, but it's explicitly stated that he will not be Robin. The one-shot special starts with Batman going up against the Calendar Man. He doesn't entirely beat Calendar Man because, as you can see here, even after he looks defeated, he just re-emerges like a new year. But we don't get anything further in that either. It's like so far what we have is a bunch of appearances with no follow-up. So like I said, we won't be seeing much of Duke in costume, but we know that he is going to be a crime fighter because Batman trains him. Batman even has him kicking down trees on Wayne Manor just like he did in his earlier day. That's step 1 of Batman training. We'll get step 2 later. However, you'll have to read Scott Snyder's All-Star Batman for a little of Duke in action with costume. Well, next we get into Tom King's true intent. See, back when DC Rebirth was being discussed, Tom King said he wanted to get more into Batman's head and show how it is that he handles the pressures of his work. This panel does a great job of that. What happened here is as Batman fought Calendar Man to thwart his plans on infecting the whole of Gotham City with spores, Batman ended up diving deep into water to accomplish his mission with no regard for his own safety. It's as if Batman is only concerned with saving his city and does not concern himself with his own life. But yet he survives and he saves the day from Calendar Man. But in Gotham City there's always trouble, so he hops into the Batmobile to go and save a bobplane that is falling out of the sky. We get to see a look at the new Batmobile, which I really like. It reminds me of the Batmobile from my childhood. So as Batman is on his way to the plane, he contacts Duke for help, so now Duke is getting to the next step in his training. He has to exercise his mind now. Duke helps Batman calculate the next delicate step in Batman's plan, which with the help of the Batcomputer should make things easier. After they work the numbers, Batman uses his ejector seat, which is cool to know that Batman has that, although it isn't a surprise. Just know that if you're in the Batmobile, don't push any buttons. See, Batman catapults himself upward because how else is he supposed to reach a plane that's in flight? Batman reaches the plane and lands on the wing. It's like an old joke to see gremlins on the wing of the plane. It doesn't seem to scare this kid. However, the guy sitting next to him is complaining about living in Gotham City, and he has some real points that seem that some of us would agree with. He's saying, why does he insist on living in Gotham City? The city's hero is the one with no superpowers. If only he were in Metropolis, he would have Superman catching the plane, and that's what Superman's known for anyway. But he is of little faith and he does not know that Gotham does not have the hero that they want. They have the hero they deserve, and they should have more faith in Batman and his ability to get things done. Batman starts talking to Alfred now as they discuss how Batman is going to stop the plane and minimize casualties and damage. So now Batman is flying a crashing plane trying to save the city that belongs to him. But unfortunately for Batman, this plane is going down fast, and the best he can do is try to get it out of the way from the city and hurting anyone else. Alfred even makes a joke calling it the Bat plane to ease the tension of the situation, because Batman realizes that like any captain, he's going to have to go down with this ship. As Batman comes to terms with his mortality, he even asks Alfred if he believes that this is an honorable death. Despite this still being the beginning of Batman Rebirth, they do very well pushing this death scare. As the plane successfully was navigated from the buildings, it starts to crash down in the water. But Batman still hasn't abandoned it, although it'll mean his death. Then suddenly, before the plane crashes and ends the life of Batman and the passengers, to Batman's surprise, the plane begins to lift up, and he calls out to Superman. But it isn't Superman. It's Gotham and Gotham Girl, and they say they're here to save their city, which isn't going to be good and with a great cliffhanger for this first issue. We all know that Batman is Gotham and he does not allow other superheroes in his city. Luckily, Gotham is no professional superhero despite his powers. We find that out because Grundy is smacking him around like a rag doll. But then we see how boss Batman is because he easily defeats Grundy. So now getting to see Gotham and Gotham Girl's ability, he does some detective work to look into who they are and where they come from. I like this. I like seeing Detective Batman. If only the movie Batman could do some detective work. On a separate note, James Gordon has found a guy confessing to releasing Solomon Grundy, but while in Gordon's office, he commits suicide after warding Gordon. The monster men are coming, thus foreshadowing the next Batman story to come. So now Gordon wants to meet Batman to discuss the man who just killed himself in his office, but meets Gotham and Gotham Girl. Batman tells Gordon not to worry, that they are with him. They discuss the case, and without anyone realizing, Batman suddenly vanishes, and Gordon tells Gotham and Gotham Girl to get used to him doing that. Which is amazing because they have supervision and they still didn't see it coming, nor can they even find him. Scene cuts to a prison where we find Amanda Waller and Professor Hugo Strange talking to an inmate. Bruce Wayne brings out one of his disguises to question the parents of Gotham and Gotham Girl as FBI agent Matches Malone. They tell him of the day when they met Batman. See, they were with their son walking home, and in an alley a gunman was trying to rob them, but Batman stepped in and saved the day. You could see the blood on the wall, and you know Batman really put a hurt on this guy. I guess he saw this and took it personally. The parents continue the story and let Matches know that that night Batman inspired their son, and he and his sister began to train their bodies and minds. That night transformed him, and they wanted to be just like Batman. I wonder if one day bad guys will learn, when a kid survives you pulling a gun on their parents, it's possible they will obsess and become Batman and take care of you for it. This is the second time that this has happened. Lesson, when in Gotham, kill the kids too. So now that Batman has gotten the information he wanted, he leaves. And we get another glimpse at another one of his toys. Batman's car splits and has a motorcycle inside of it, and the motorcycle sets free, and the car snaps back. Which is good because Batman is needed immediately to help save the bridge that has been blown up. Luckily, Gotham and Gotham Girl is on the scene. But those rookies are out of their league. Once Batman gets there, he does compliment them, but he tells them that he's got it and to go look for the next bomb, while he tries to look for clues and figure out who the bomber is. As they fly away, Gotham says to his sister that at least the Batman let him see him leave this time. But they must be doing good. Gotham Girl tells him that he is so obsessed with Batman. She wonders if Batman jumped off a bridge, would he? He replies to her, we just saw Batman jump off a bridge, and he doesn't even have powers. So now that they're on their way, unfortunately, they get there too late, and the bomb goes off. They do find Professor Hugo Strange and the inmate from before, Psycho Pirate. By the time Batman arrives there, he meets Gotham Girl, scared out of her mind, and dead bodies all around with I Am Gotham written in blood on the wall. Batman takes Gotham Girl back to the Batcave, and Duke analyzes the data Batman has collected from the site. While Gotham is going crazy trying to save the city and failing, Duke does find out that the clues add up to Task Force X. So Amanda Waller is in her office talking to a general, and he is worried about how their plans with Hugo Strange seems to be going wrong, and he expresses his concern about Batman finding out, but he says it'll be impossible for Batman to find them. He never could, even if he figures it out. There's no way for Batman to find their secure location and get through the guards. Waller just tells him, Batman's already behind you. And this right here is perfect. This is close to my suggestion on what they should have done on the Suicide Squad movie. You can hear my suggestion in the Suicide Squad video I did. It's near the end, but you should watch the full video anyway. Anyway, Amanda tells Batman about Psycho Pirate and that he has the ability to control people's emotions. He could even make gods go mad. Amanda offers a team up, as you know, she isn't just going to take it lightly that she was betrayed by Hugo Strange. Batman finds Gotham at Gotham's parents' house. Batman tries to talk him down from killing the last soldier. Apparently one of the soldiers from earlier wasn't dead and saw Gotham take his mask off, and his parents became a target. Batman continues to talk Gotham down, saying that he could help. They need to get the pirate back and have him fix him, but Gotham bolts out of there after killing the soldier. You can see that Batman really cares about him after so little time. I don't know if it's because Batman cares for all of Gotham City, or if it's because he knows that this was just a kid that looked up to him, or if it's because he can relate too to losing parents, and he's afraid of how it will affect Gotham. Gotham heads downtown, and he is angry. He has given up on Gotham City, and he's about to end the whole city, but Batman is still trying to catch up to him. So he pulls out one of his maneuvers from back in the 60s shows and has Alfred dress up in the bat suit and to go handle Gotham. Or at least distract them until Batman can get to the scene. This is a good one to see Alfred in the bat suit, but Gotham doesn't buy it. He can tell it's not the real Batman. But just then, Batman shows up and gives him a boot to the face. But Batman doesn't come alone. He called the Justice League to help him take down Gotham, but Gotham makes quick work of the whole Justice League. He knocks out Superman in one punch. He punches a hole in Cyborg. Gotham has a lot of power behind him, but unfortunately, that is his weakness. See, while Gotham has Aquaman flailing around like a fish out of water, Batman is talking to Duke in the Batcave and telling him to get Gotham Girl to tell them their weakness. And that's what she says. They have no weakness, but they have a finite amount of strength and is tied to their life, meaning the more power Gotham uses, the quicker he will die. The use of their power kills them, and the more that they use it, the faster they die. This is why that they get strong enough to be working the whole Justice League, including the two rookie Lanterns, Jessica Cruz and Simon Baz. He's even fast enough to punch Flash, which is going to hurt because Flash was running fast at him. His rage didn't end there. He even started tossing Wonder Woman around by her own lasso. But just then, Gotham Girl snaps out of her fear a little and makes her way from the Batcave to the scene to help out against her brother. But it's too late for him. He is there dead in her arms. In order to save the day, she had to kill her brother. And it doesn't go well in the days to come. You can see that she is not mentally stable and living in denial. She shaves off her hair and continues to fight crime and talks to her brother as if he is there with her, which is just depressing. The way the story is unfolded, we're following her over the course of a week, and you just feel for her. She hasn't accepted her brother's passing. He's the reason she got into the superhero business. He was the one that met Batman and was inspired. She doesn't have an identity of her own. When Batman tries to reach out to her, she even says to herself, talking to her brother, that Batman's their idol, but just leaves and continues to fight crime, talking to her brother as if he were there. Batman shines the Batlight to get her attention and takes off his mask to reveal himself to her and tells her his story on how he had to deal with the death of his parents. They embrace in a hug, and the scene ends there. See, because Batman, not knowing how to be emotionally supportive, asks Alfred for help. And he asks Alfred how Alfred helped him when his parents died. And Alfred said, "Every night you play dress up and leave this fine house for danger, so I don't know if I can really say that I helped." It's a sad moment, the whole what's going on with Gotham Girl, but that was a nice joke that they put in. Alfred's a real funny guy. Alfred is a great character. Anyway, So Batman goes to Amanda for help finding Pirate because, of course, Batman's going to make him pay. She tells him that he's fled and he's with Bane, and to go after them would be a suicide mission, which is her specialty. So I guess after Batman deals with the Monster Men, we're gonna see a possible team up with the Suicide Squad? I'm not sure, but I can imagine Batman and Harley team up is probably something DC's looking for to put out, because I imagine that's just going to be a great seller. Anyway, so this again is me trying to recap the previous stories of Batman, trying to get caught up to you guys and help you guys get caught up in the story because the next story arc is going to be starting now. So don't forget to check out the stories. Tom King's doing a real good job on Batman. I'm enjoying it. Also, don't forget to check out some of my other videos and give this one a thumbs up. And if you're not already a subscriber, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts of this video and how it was done down below in the comments. And let me know what you thought about the storyline. Anyway, till next time, Brian out.